Okay, here's another test of the new Artemis printer from SeeMeCNC. You can see on the left I've got my Rostock Max V2 modified for dual extrusion, enclosure and things like that. To the right is the little SeeMeCNC Artemis. And I am making a test of a rocket in spiral mode or vase mode, and this is the second rocket that I'm printing. The first one was 460 millimeters tall. This one is 510 millimeters tall. And I decided on this one just to set the speed in simplified 3D to 60 millimeters per second. But that gets brought down quite a bit because this is only considered one perimeter. So this is a perimeter, and we also have some settings for how long any individual layer should take. So this gives you right now just a relative size of the three printers, and the rocket is almost complete. It's at this speed it's been printing for about 10 hours. The last one I made I did much faster for doing different speed tests, and that took about 3 or 4 hours. But I'm interested to see how the tip looks. And so while we're waiting for this thing to complete, I'll just show you a little more. It's the base. I'm waiting for some LED panel lights to come in and some magic arms. I will mount them on the sides left and right. You see those little nylon screws on the bottom. They're just in tracks here. As long as I was assembling, I decided to be able to put in some mounts that I can mount lights to, and maybe some side panels and such. Because this has linear rails, there's nothing running up and down the outside of the rails like on the Rostock, so it makes things pretty convenient to mount. So let's see how this is doing. We're coming up towards the end here, although it still might be another 5 minutes or so. Before I publish this, I might just speed it up, but I'm just going to record it here because I'm always interested to see what the how the cooling is doing. Let's make this a little brighter, and we'll just let this run until the print completes. And a point like this is a good test of the cooling of the fans. SeeMeCNC re-engineered the way the fans go, so now these are squirrel cage blower fans which go into a little bit of a ductwork. Well, coming down to the end, let's see how the tip looks. And the print is complete. Let's take a close look at the tip. That looks pretty good. And now I'll show you difference. Now you can see the difference in height of the two prints, the one I did last night and the one I did yesterday. One on the right is 460 millimeters high, the one on the left is 510 millimeters high. There's not a whole lot further that we can go. Can go maybe a little less than an inch, maybe another 20 millimeters before the top of the range here. And this is the finished print. It was done in vase mode, some glue left on the bottom from the glue I put on the build plate. It's quite the little beast. Get a nice sharp point on it. This is right off the printer. And this is in vase mode, so this is 1 filament thickness, 0.5 millimeters thick.